Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to our Free to Dream event that we hold every Wednesday, and lovely to be back after Christmas and New Year's. It's all been very busy, but it's really nice to be back in the seat again and get things started. So we've got a really exciting event happening tonight. We've got two beautiful girls launching tonight. We've got Libby and Rima. So if anybody has jumped on to support those girls, then we certainly appreciate that. And I know that they appreciate that as well. So that's really exciting. We'll hear from them in a little while. Can't wait to hear their stories. But first of all, I just wanted to let you know, here tonight, this really isn't a big sales pitch. This is just getting together, really, just to have a bit of a chat, let you know what we're up to and how we're just learning to create a little bit of extra income on the side, really just to change our lives a bit, and how we help create a better life, really, for our families, for ourselves, for our partners, and just how we're doing things a little bit differently. So what I love about this event is that we get to connect from all over the country or all over the world. The beauty of this Zoom program is that we can, meet and connect with so many other people. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Jo, and I am actually in Port Hedland in Western Australia. And we've been living here now for a bit over 3 months. We moved here so that my husband no longer has to do fly in, fly out, which is great. We've got him home every night, which we love. I'm a mum of two, and I was working as a registered nurse, but grateful enough to be able to retire myself from nursing when we moved here. So that's exciting, and I get to do this part-time gig now and be available to do all the running around with the kids and get all those fun things done and get all those beautiful memories, share all those beautiful memories with my children. So really lucky to be able to do that, and so grateful that this was shared with me. We get to do this from anywhere. The great thing when we moved was that I didn't have to worry about my business or finding a new job or anything like that, because we can work from our phone. And what we say now is if we've got one of these, if we've got a phone, it's a smartphone, not a dumb phone. And if we're not using it to run our businesses, then, really we can be missing out on so much. So I can take my phone to the park and still be running my business and still be around my kids. So I really love that. We do it in stolen moments, and it really just does create that little bit of extra income on the side, or whatever you want it to be. We've got mums that are paying off mortgages. We've got mums that have been able to quit their full-time work or bring their husbands home, all that sort of thing. So we've got independent mums there that are fully supporting their families. And so it's really exciting to see just the spectrum of people that we have that are just doing some extraordinary things. So we're going to hear a few different stories tonight, and I'll share a little bit more about my personal story later. But really what it comes down to is if I can do this, anyone can. It's not hard. It's just a series of things done repeatedly. So let's get into it. What we all would love to hear about is we're going to switch over to Mel, and I'm going to spotlight you, Mel, and I'll get you to share, take you off mute. I'll just get you to share a little bit about our amazing products and program.
Yeah, hi, thanks, Jo. I was one of those zombie mums that I came across a product in the program just over a year ago. I was a couple of months away from turning 45. I had 2 kids under the age of 3. I was putting on weight, and my energy levels were like really, really low. I couldn't wait to have a nap, in the afternoon with my kids. I was just, I was thinking, looking back at it, I was really bloated as well. People would come up to me. I had at least 3 friends say, "Oh, are you expecting again?" And I'd be like, "No, I'm not." But it was probably all the white bread and all the foods that I shouldn't have been eating that just weren't doing me any favors at all. So I saw a post on Instagram, one of Leah's posts about the 8-week shred, and it just resonated with me because it was about losing weight, gaining vitality without any deprivation. So no calorie counting and no dieting. And that, really appealed because I'd never been on a diet. If someone says the word diet, I just, it scares me. If someone tells me I can't eat something, then I'll go and eat it. So I was it just came along at the right time for me. So I jumped on board with the product and the program. And definitely within the first week, my energy levels returned. I was the best I was feeling in ages. I was getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Instead of rolling out of bed and, grabbing a coffee and then grabbing another coffee, I was off outside at 5 o'clock going for walks. My energy levels were back. I was feeling really good. So yeah, I think I lost about 5 kilos in the first month, and being able to keep that off. So basically, it all starts with these. This is our premium product, which is our fruit, veg, and berries. So basically, it's very simple. The fruit, veg, and berries in a capsule. You have a look at the ingredients. You've got a food label, so everything that you can see on here is what's in there. There's absolutely nothing synthetic. It's real food. So you've got things like, apple, pineapple, papaya, beetroot, cherry, kale, spinach, parsley, and what have we got here? Blackcurrant, grape, artichoke, cranberry. So much goodness. So you've got over 30 different fruit and veg in a capsule there. Unlike store-bought fruit and veg, you'll find, if you buy them from a store, the supermarket, a lot of the fruit and veg has been picked. It's not even ripe. It may have sat in a freezer for a couple of months, and then it gets to the shelf, and by the time it goes there, it's got no nutritional value whatsoever. So what I really love about these is that they're herbicide and pesticide free. They're grown on 3rd generation farms, and everything is all mulched up in like a big smoothie maker. Everything goes in it. So like the apple core, the seeds, the skin, absolutely everything goes in. It's all mulched up. The sugar's removed, and then it's put into a powder form, and then popped into a capsule. What I really love about it is that anybody can take these. So there's no warning label. If you notice on a lot of supplements and other dieting sort of things, there'll be warning labels. So if you see a warning, then it's, why would you want to put that in your body if it's telling you that, it's quite dangerous? So they've got no warnings. Pregnant mums can take them, breastfeeding mums, kids, older people. So they're really just whole foods. So it's really simple as that. When we take them, they enter our body on a cellular level, and they're entering our bloodstream within 5 minutes. So just think of your body being flooded with all these nutrients. It's not definitely not a replacement for fruit and veg, but it's just there as a backup to bridge the gap between what you are eating and what you should be eating. Because Australians, I think, only have 3% of their recommended daily intake of fruit and veg, and that's pretty scary. They now say it's 9 to 12 servings. So I don't get that every day, and to know that I've got this as a backup really is really wonderful. Now the company is called, it's obviously called Juice Plus, but it's also called the company with the heart. The company's been around for over 30 years. It's the most researched nutritional product in the world. It's got over 30 peer-reviewed studies. So there's a lot of research in top universities around the world, being taken out all the time. There's a lot of results. So these are children's chews. Well, adults can take them as well if they don't like capsules, but If you're on the fruit veg or you're on the premium, then you can actually sponsor a child and go into our child health study, which is worldwide. There's over 1 million children in it. Studies show that, you know, they're eating more fruit and veg, their immune systems are much stronger, they're taking less days off school, they have less doctor's visits. So that's brilliant. I sponsor my children on these. All you need to do is just answer a few questions, a few surveys when they come, and they're completely free. And to know that you can give this gift to children aged between 4 and 18 is amazing. To think that my kids get spinach and broccoli and kale, all of that into them before we've even left the house is pretty good, because I really value nutrition, especially in children, because they need really good nutrition for their little bodies and brains to thrive. So what we've also got is our complete whole food powders. Now these are fantastic. Again, they come in vanilla or chocolate. I use this in the morning for all of us, my whole family. So instead of running around and me missing out on breakfast and making it for everyone else, making lunches, we all have one of these. And I'll add in zucchini, spinach, chia seeds, and just blend this up with banana, and we all have it. So, you know, we're all getting goodness before we leave the house. It's also great pre and post workout for the gym. And also, you know, around 3 o'clock, if you're getting that feeling where you want something naughty, like a chocolate biscuit or something like that, have one of these and, you know, fuel your body with goodness. And it tastes like a real treat too. It's got amazing things in it. You've got soy protein, we've got chickpea powder, broccoli, mushroom powder, ancient grain blend and sprout blend, quinoa, millet. Got so many good things in here, spirulina. So yeah, that's just a really good mix of your good fats and carbohydrates. Our next one, which is a really new product, is our plant-based omegas. Now, omegas are essential for good brain function, good joint function, you know, circulatory problems, eye health, good skin. Usually these are associated with fish oils, but we've gone straight to the source. So we've gone straight to the algae and taken out the fish. And if you think about it, I mean, there's a lot less fish in the sea these days, and the fish that are living in the seas, you know, they're probably so full of dangerous toxins anyway, because the seas are so polluted. So this is all herbicide, pesticide free as well, and just go straight to the source. So no fishy burps or anything like that, no aftertaste. So that's just another one that just really completes the nutritional side. And then to complement all our products, we've got our amazing JBT program, which is the Juicy Body Transformation. Now, this teaches you healthy lifestyle changes, and it also gives you the ability to not have to diet again, which, you know, we all want to look good and feel good. And, you know, we want to enjoy life. We want to enjoy our food. The program was developed by Kira Westwick, who was a MasterChef finalist a few years back. And I don't know if you remember her. She was a really healthy one. I think she had like a quinoa fried rice. But anyway, she's developed over 250 whole food recipes. There's meal plans, there's exercise guides, there's absolutely everything there. There's lovely cleansers. At the moment, starting next week, we've got the 8-week shred, which is what I started on. I can totally recommend it. It's for fast results. So if you want to lose, say, 5 or 10 kilos sort of in the next 8 weeks, then something like this may be for you. It's more of a challenge environment. It's all through a Facebook group. And it's not one of those diets where when you finish it, you just come off and, you don't know what to do and maybe you just go back to your crappy eating. This is a sustainable program, so actually teach you really healthy lifestyle habits and put you, continue with those beautiful whole food recipes and, exercise plans as well. So, yeah, that's it from me. I'll put you over to Jo, I think.
Thanks, Mel. That was great. I love our program and I love how safe our products are as well, which is awesome. So all safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding, which is really, really exciting. And the products are just amazing. And, they've just made such a change in so many lives. So we're going to switch gears now a little bit. We're going to go over to another Jo and we're going to hear from her about her story. And then she's going to talk to us a little bit about the business. So over to you, Jo. I'll just spotlight you.
Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for jumping on tonight. So I first came across Juice Plus at a very difficult time of my life. I was recovering from Ross River virus and I was really quite unwell. I had terrible fatigue. I was having low-grade headaches. I had a lot of joint pain. I was feeling quite depressed, which was a very foreign experience for me because I haven't really experienced any kind of depression in my life before. And I was working with somebody who had been unwell, and all of a sudden she was coming into work full of the joys of spring. I was dragging my bloodied stumps around and there she was, just full of the joys of spring and loving life. And I asked her, what has she done differently? And she told me about Juice Plus. Now, I'm not a researcher or anything like that. I'd seen the results and I just jumped straight in. I ordered them. I couldn't get them fast enough. And it truly made a huge difference to me. And I just automatically started talking to people about the product. I didn't even know there was a business. I wasn't looking for a business. And I was just talking to people about the product and then referring them over to the girl that I had originally got the product from, Leah. And then one day Leah said, there's actually a business behind this and you could be making some money out of all of these people you're helping with with their health. So I looked into the business and it looked really interesting to me. I met a couple of the people and they were all absolutely amazing, just such beautiful, heart-driven women. But one of the things that kind of held me back was that I looked at it all and I thought, this is one of those pyramid schemes. And that was not something that I wanted to get involved in. So when I brought this up with Leah, she explained it to me with this little drawing, and I've done one for us tonight. People talk about pyramid schemes. First of all, they're illegal in this country. Secondly, all mainstream people are in a pyramid scheme. If you're working for Coles or for an insurance company or for anyone, we all start out here on the bottom, where there's lots of us making a little bit of money. And if you're really good and you want to work hard, you might go to the next level. And if you really want to work your butt off and have immense stress and all the rest, you might go to the following level. Very, very, very few people end up at the pinnacle here. So, that's your CEOs and directors of companies, that sort of thing. There's a very small percentage of the population that gets to that point. Whereas in this business, it's almost like an inverted pyramid scheme because we all come in here at the bottom. It doesn't matter if you're a nurse, a doctor, a checkout chick, somebody that works in the kitchen, doesn't matter who you are, you start on the same level and there's infinite opportunities to end up at the top level over here. Hopefully one day you'll get the opportunity to go to a conference where you will see all of these people walking across the stage that have reached this pinnacle point. and they're all willing to help, and they're all there to give you a hand up. Nobody gets stepped on to get to the next level. And that was something that really, really appealed to me about it. And the other great thing about it is that the higher you go, it just means the more people that you've helped along the way. So if you're driven, if you're passionate about health and wellness, then everybody has the opportunity to get to that point. And this business can be anything you want it to be at the end of the day. So for me, it's been an amazing journey, and I look forward to what the future has to bring. Thanks, Jo.
Thanks, Jo. So I'm just going to share a little bit about my story. When this first was introduced to me, I was working as a nurse, like I mentioned before, and my daughter was getting very sick a lot of the time. She was one of those kids, she was about 2, which was one of those children that when she got the tiniest sniffle, she ended up with a chest infection. And so that meant that we were at the doctors on antibiotics over and over again. So she was sick all the time. What this meant was that not only was I home with a sick child with a husband that was working away, but it also meant that it started to affect my bank account. And it also started to affect my mental health in that I wasn't able to go to work. So I didn't have that outlet that a lot of us as mums, like to do, that, going to work and having that sense of community. So this is something that really ticked that box for me for many reasons. One of them being to boost her immune system so that I could, build up her health so she didn't get sick as often, which we did. And then another one was also just to earn that little bit of extra money on the side so that if I did miss those days at work, that it wasn't affecting our bank account as much. The other thing that was really great was that it gave me that insurance policy so that when my husband was away and if I had a rough day and I didn't get the meat and 3 veg or whatever it was on the table at night, then I had that backup to know that the kids were getting the appropriate nutrition in their bodies each time. So it really allowed me to relax and feel like I was being a better parent by getting enough into them, even when I didn't win at dinner time. So what that has also meant is that dinner time now is so much, dinner time's never going to be perfect. I like to share that it's never going to be perfect, but we don't have arguments at dinner anymore for things like eat your broccoli or eat your carrots or things like that. We see more of chew with your mouth closed, sit up straight, use your fork, all that sort of thing instead. So, we can't ever expect meal times to be perfect, but it's really nice that my kids are now enthusiastic about eating fruits and veg, and that's really exciting to see. So I'm just going to share a little bit about how we share our business. What we love is that we don't have to go and hunt down our friends. No one likes to be hunted. And the really cool thing is that we just get to teach people how they can do the same, how they can share this business with people that are interested in changing their health or improving their health, because when you look at it, there's not many people out there that don't want to look better and feel better. And then when it comes to sharing the business side of things, most of us know someone that is in some financial pain or is looking for a different way to earn a second stream of income. So I'll just get my board out because I do like to be a bit visual. So Mel mentioned before Kira, who wrote our program. And so Kira, let's say Kira is here. And Kira actually shared the business with, she shared the product rather with 2 girls that she met through social media named Jackie and Erin. And Jackie and Erin loved the product so much that they then approached Kira. Kira didn't even need to share it with them. They approached Kira to see if there was a business attached to the product. They loved Juice Plus and they loved the program that much. So Jackie then started sharing the business with a few people. Kira taught them and Erin started sharing the business with a few people. And then things just gradually started to grow from there. Erin then started talking to her friends, but she also met some people through social media, one of them being Leah, who's sometimes on this call. And then we also have, so Leah then shared the business with Jo and with Mel, who we've both heard from tonight. And Mel shared the business with Rima, who's on tonight as well. So you can see how that just kind of grows organically. You look at it over this side, we've got Jackie shared the business with a girl called Sabina. Sabina shared it with Trish, and Trish shared it with Nat, who's one of my lifelong friends. Nat then shared the business with me, and then I've gone on to share it with Libby, who's launching tonight. And then shared it with Karina, shared it with another Jo, shared it with Donna. And you can see how it's just getting shared by each person. Kira's shared it with other people up here. And we call this the popcorn effect. So what happens here, and the reason why we call it that, is that when we make popcorn on the stove, it builds up momentum and that heat. And then when you take the popcorn off the stove, it actually keeps popping. So this starts to happen organically, that you can actually then step away from the business and have that residual income and have your business still growing just through word of mouth, just from people talking and sharing. And it's really like when you go to recommend, a great restaurant, or you recommend a hairdresser. No idea how many clients my lash lady has got from different recommendations. So, it's just the same as sharing any of those other things. And it's, we're not about selling and hunting down our friends. So that's really cool. So one of the things that we do really love about this is that the stories. So because we are launching Rima and Libby's businesses tonight, we're going to pop over and have a listen to their stories. So Rima, I'm going to unmute you and pop you on Spotlight. And if you can just share with us how Juice Plus came into your life and what you're excited about for the future.
Sure. Hey guys. Thanks for joining me tonight, and really appreciate that you've all come to support me, everyone who's here. I came through, I heard about Juice Plus from obviously Mel, who I met at playgroup that I go with my little daughter, and she goes with her 2 little kids. So we met there one day, and I think we were just talking about, what have you been doing? What diet are you on? Or what program have you been on? Etc. as women talk. And then she mentioned this to me, and straight away, the product made sense to me, because I know I was already I was already a healthy eater. I hope I am. And I exercise quite regularly as well, and but I know I wasn't getting all the servings of fruits and veggies that I needed in my diet. And obviously having kids, so you just want to make sure they're getting the right fruit and veg, as well, as Mel mentioned before. So yeah, the product straight away made sense to me. That's why I jumped on, and I've been on it for about 4 months now. I started on the berries, and now I'm on the full product, the premium. So it's really started to show, I've got friends who's told me that, my hair is a lot thicker and my skin is glowing, which is really, really good to hear. And most importantly, my little girl, she loves her chews. Every morning she wakes up, she's like, "Mommy, it's chew time." And she'll just eat it, and during the day she'll just have her veggies. And we were having scones the other day. Instead of the scones, she would have spinach instead. I was like, wow, that's really starting to show, which was really great. And the business side, I was really attracted to the business side of things, because I already have a background in health and fitness, and I'm a qualified PT, but I was doing it a lot before Skylar was born, and then when she's born, it's stopped a bit, but I'm still really, still exercise regularly and stuff. And so yeah, that's why the business was really attracted to it. And since having Skylar, I've always wanted to work from home, and so that I can do mom care instead of daycare, as all of you want, and I'm sure all the mom wants to do that, and not to miss out on any special moments as well, all the steps and stuff. And what I see for myself and my family is the extra income, more family time, and help my hobby a bit, and take that holiday that we've always wanted. And this year we're gonna be going to my home, like in Mauritius, so we're working towards that, so that's gonna be a good thing. So yeah, that's my story for tonight.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you so much for that, Rima. It's great that you are
Okay.
launching tonight, and I can't wait to hear about your holiday to Mauritius. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll
Thanks.
just head on over and see if Libby is there. I'm not sure where she is, if she's there or not. Libby, can you hear me? She might be having children issues. One of the things we love about this is its flexibility. So we're not sure where Libby is. So we might just switch over to Bree. Bree's going to tell us a little bit about her story and then also about the fun stuff. Over to you, Bree.
Thank you. And congratulations, ladies, for launching. I love your story, Rima. That was, yes, it's so good to be able to work around your kids. It's very rewarding. So I'll give you a bit of a rundown on my story. Juice Plus has been in my life now for 2.5 years. For the business side of things, it came into my life when my daughter was 18 months old. I was due to go back to work, so my maternity leave had come to an end. I had also just moved from Queensland over to Western Australia. My husband's a shift worker, and the idea of putting my child in full-time daycare just so I could go back to work that I didn't really want to go back to was really making me sick. I just did not see the sense in me putting my child in daycare and me working full time for my pay just to go to her daycare fee. So, and I had also, I wonder if a lot of you mums out there can relate. I had actually lost my identity. As much as I loved being that stay-at-home mum, I was going crazy. I needed to do something for my sanity. I lost who I was. I lost what I wanted to do. All I kept thinking about was I'm just a mum, I'm just a wife. And I knew I just had a lot more to give. So one day I was whinging to my friend, who was the friend that introduced Juice Plus to me and actually told me that there's a business opportunity beside it. And I went to an event just like this and I signed up pretty much straight afterwards because it ticked all the boxes for me. I love the product. I'm going to be in the product for the rest of my life. So the idea of being in the business as well just made sense to me. The idea of working around my child, working around my husband's shift work, the community of mostly women, but the guys are there as well. The community is just fantastic. Like, if you're having a bad day, they're there to help you. They're also there to challenge you, to push you out of your comfort zone. What I have achieved in the 2.5 years of joining this business, if you told me this 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, that I'll be doing the things I'm doing today, I would have just laughed at you and went, that's not me. I'm not that type of person. But I took that chance, and I tell you what, it's the best thing that I've ever done. And I say this all the time, it is so much more than fruits and veggies in a capsule. Like, fruits and veggies in a capsules are fantastic. And as I said, I'm going to have them for the rest of my life. But this business is so much more than that. It's, it's amazing. It's amazing. But yes, I'm here to talk about the fun stuff. We all want to hear about the money side of things. So in this business, we get paid 3 ways. So we get paid, the first way is via retail profit. So every time a product is shipped out to the customer, you get paid a retail profit. So depending on which products that get sent out, depends on how much your retail profit is. And also with that, our franchise fee that you pay is $165. And we also have like a head office and you've got the warehouse over in New South Wales. So we don't have to hold stock at home. We don't have to get all the orders to our house and then do a delivery to all our customers. So head office, we just really connect the customer to head office then send the products out to the customer. So I love that about this as well. The second way we get paid is by commission. There's 3 levels of commission depending on which level you're at. And the third way we get paid is via bonuses. I don't know about you guys, but I've never had a job where I've been paid a bonus. So this business has got uncapped bonuses. There's no limit to how many bonuses you can receive in this business. Also, the rule I have in my team is when you receive a bonus, it is to be spent on you or you and your family for the hard work, for that reward that you've done. It's not to go on a credit card. It's not to go on a mortgage. It's for you and your family. So speaking of bonuses, I'm sure you want to know how much the bonuses are, hey? All right. So the first level is our SDVF. That's our first promotional level. So once you get to that level, it's a $400 bonus. You can see that. So as this is a teach-to-teach business, the person who taught you get to this level, they also get a sponsor bonus of $400. Now, as I said, these are uncapped. So the more people you teach to get to this level, the more bonuses that you can receive. The next level is SC. And that is a $600 bonus. And again, that sponsor who taught you get to that level, they also get the $600 bonus. The next level is SSC, and that's a $1,200 bonus. And again, that person who taught you, they also get the $1,200 bonus. The next level is your QNMD. I will struggle to say that one. That's a $1,500 bonus. And yet, again, that person who taught you, they also get that $1,500 bonus. Now, the pinnacle position that Joe was talking about before is your NMD. I have to say that slow. And that level, once you receive, well, get to that, you get a $3,000 bonus, which is just amazing. Now, the person who taught you get there, they don't get the sponsor bonus because they're already at that level. And so they're already earning a lot amount of money. So from my understanding is when you're at NMD, you're already on a residual income of about $80,000 to $120,000. And the sky's the limit. Like, that's just those bonuses. There is a lot more in there as well. So that's the fun stuff. So that's pretty much all we've got time for tonight. So if any of this resonates with you, or if you want to know anything else about what we've spoken about tonight, please go back to the person who invited you to this event. Also, again, congratulations, Rima and Libby, for launching tonight. That's I remember when I launched my business, it's pretty exciting. So I wish you all the best in your business, girls. And yeah, have an amazing night, guys. See you later.
Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, girls.
Good night.